Is your cat living their best life? How can you tell if your cat is living their best life with you? Cats might not always show their feelings in obvious ways, but they have subtle, unique signs that reveal they're happy and healthy. In this video, we'll uncover 11 unmistakable behaviors that mean your cat is truly thriving. Let's jump right in. 1. They blink slowly. Right, hear me out, because this one seems strange, but the speed your cat blinks lets you know if they're happy. Gary Wiseman, author of the book How to Speak Cat, a guide to decoding cat language, described the cute and slow blinks that a cat does as a gesture of acceptance, kind of similar to how we might flutter our eyelashes at someone. It's one of the things a cat does to make it clear they feel comfortable and safe with you. And want to know what's super cute? Some experts think it actually works both ways. If you look your cat directly in the eyes and then do a slow blink without breaking eye contact, your cat will think you're letting them know that you feel safe around them. 2. Kneading, aka making biscuits. Your cat will have definitely climbed onto your lap and started kneading you at some point, gently pressing you with their paws like you're a piano and they're attempting to play you. There are a few theories as to where this habit comes from. One of the most common is that it goes all the way back to when your fur baby was even more of a baby. You see, when your cat was a kitten, it would knead its mother's stomach to get the milk flowing. But if that's true, why does your cat do it to you? Because you're not full of cat milk. The theory is that in that moment when they're making biscuits on you, it's because they feel just as secure and safe around you as they did with their mom. So they recreate what they used to do with their mother. Isn't that adorable? But it is only one theory as to why cats need us. The other is that a cat's habit for doing this goes back even further. Some think it goes all the way back to their wild cat ancestors, who would use their paws to pat down the grass of wild lands to create temporary beds for the night. If that theory is true, it means your cat feels so comfortable around you, they're willing to turn you into a little bed. Whether it's because you remind them of their mom when they were a kitten, or because you remind them of a safe place to sleep when they were wild animals, kneading is always a clear sign that your precious fluff ball feels happy living with you. Of course, the downside is the more they love you, the harder they knead, and it's not always the most comfortable sensation to be on the receiving end of. 3. Head-butting or nuzzling. It's time to talk about bunting. But no, not the stuff you hang up on special occasions. Although, if your cat hung up some of those banners to celebrate you, they definitely do love you. When I say bunting, I mean that adorable thing your precious little fluff ball does when they ram their head into you. Some call it headbutt, others a nuzzle, but the scientific term is bunting. If your cat keeps on ramming their little head into you, bunting away, it's a sign that they like you and are very happy to spend time with you. Which is odd because in humans, headbutting someone is normally a sign that you really don't like them. But when cats headbutt you, they're making it clear they consider you a part of the family. Because a cat's head is covered in glands, and they use the scent from those glands to mark things that make them feel safe or comfortable. A cat's ancient ancestors, the wild cats of even used bunting as a way of welcoming other cats into their colony. So if your fluffy little fur ball keeps headbutting you, they more than feel happy living with you. They've literally chosen you to join their tribe. If anything, it means they consider you to be living with them. 4. They share your bed at night. Our feline friends, or should that be fluffy masters, are all over us, cuddling and canoodling as if they fear they might never see us again. But why? Think about yourself for a moment. You don't like sharing a bed with someone you're not happy around, do you? Nobody does. Well, the same goes for your cat. A cat is only willing to share a bed with its human if it feels 110% content in their presence. So this is a sign of a very good relationship indeed. Getting this close to you and sharing your warmth can release oxytocin in both you and your cat, strengthening your bond on a literal chemical level. 5. They show you their belly. Your cat's belly is soft and vulnerable. Naturally, they guard it in order to protect themselves from harm. You'd do the same. But if your cat is willing to show you their belly, to expose it to you without a care in the world, well, that means they've clocked that you have no intent to hurt or harm them. So it doesn't even cross their mind that they need to defend it from you. This show of affection can go a little bit wrong, though. Just because a cat is willing to show you their belly, that doesn't mean they're happy for you to touch it. In fact, touching it can violate the very trust they were so willing to offer you. So when your cat's gut is on full display, don't take that as an invitation to poke and prod and tickle. Take that as a sign that they know you won't touch them there, and that makes them feel safe and content. 6. They show you their butt. While we're on the subject of your fur baby flaunting their body for you, it might seem strange the way your cat can present its butt to you like it's an Academy Award they won that they're deeply proud of. But there is some logic to why they do this. One of the reasons is, it's a form of greeting. Yes, really. Another is, the butt is a source of what experts call a cat's signature scent. The less we think about that one, the better. But similarly to one of the theories for why they need you, they show you their butt because you remind them of their mom. So they're showing you their butt because they used to show their butt to their mom. That's the most times I've said butt and mom in one sentence. But why do they show their butt to their mom in the first place? Because, and I hope you're not eating right now, when they are kittens, they need their mom to lick their butt clean. While it is disgusting by the holy standards of humans, try and see the upside. A cat showing you its butt is a sign it trusts you as much as it trusts someone it lets lick its bum. Now that is trust. 7. Regular grooming. Think about it. Would you happily take a bath or a shower in front of anyone and everyone? No, of course you wouldn't. It's quite a private experience. So when your cat starts licking themselves clean, bear in mind that they feel so comfortable around you, they are perfectly fine having a shower while you're watching. And as weird as this may sound, when we humans are feeling a little bit down or out of sorts, we can fall into a bad habit of not looking after ourselves. Not showering, for example. So it makes total sense that if our fluffy friends don't feel great, they would fall into similar bad habits. So if they're keeping clean, the opposite is true. They're feeling good. 8. Purring. Now this is a complicated one. To be simple about things, a cat purring is a cat talking. It's a cat saying, "Hey you human, I love you." Sometimes the tricky thing about purring is that while sometimes it can be a sign your cat is happy, it can also be a way your cat self-soothes when feeling stressed or even hurt. So if your fur baby is purring more excessively than usual, pay attention to the context clues to help you figure out why. If your fluffy buddy is purring while also bunting you or hugging, now that's a good sign. They're purring for all the right reasons. 9. Biting. One cat behavior that there is a little bit of debate over is biting. That's because a bite can mean all sorts of things depending on the circumstance. But if it is a small nibble that doesn't break the skin, don't worry, you're not being attacked. In cat colonies, this is a form of grooming that is common amongst family members. So yes, to be nibbled by a cat is to be part of the family. 10. Using the litter box consistently. This one is going to sound weird, but your cat kind of communicates with you through their litter box. Now, I'm not saying they literally carve messages into the granules. But if your cat is happy, they'll use their litter box exactly as expected. But if they're feeling unsafe, sad, anxious, well, then they might, for want of a better term, miss their litter box. So if your cat is pooping just right, that's a happy kitty. 11. They've got a big appetite. Let me paint a picture. It's 5 p.m. It's 1 hour before you normally feed your fluffy buddy, but they're already slinking around their food bowl. They're reading. They're waiting. They know food is coming, and they're impatient. The second you finally start to pour that food, your cat is gobbling it up so fast it barely has time to leave your hands and land in the bowl. Why is your cat so hungry? Have you starved them? Let them down? Number. Not at all. Don't panic. A super hungry cat is actually a very happy cat because feeling good and healthy gives them a big appetite. If things swing the other way, if they're a little hesitant about tucking into their dinner, now that's a sign the opposite is true, and they're feeling a little too anxious to get comfy.